killed our dog today, so I'm a little bit raw.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
sorry.
Oh my gosh. Holy hell. Jeez.
Welcome
that's
to the comedy show.
what a
Yeah.
I know, seriously, what a nightmare, Woody. I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
Yeah, that
I've
is
been talking
terrible.
about it for a while.
You're the best.
mulling it over.
It
is for
it's
the
the
best.
best to get it over with and get that
Absolutely.
Band-Aid ripped off.
Yeah.
We had to put our husky down like I don't know, 6 months ago. It's rough.
Oh,
We woke up and she was covered with her own waste, both kinds. That's not the first time that's happened. We live in an unsanitary environment from these elderly dogs. But what was different is she couldn't walk. And we didn't do it too soon. There's an argument that we waited too long. And but now she's, I'm carrying her into we have this big shower. We carried her into the shower, cleaning her up and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if she'll ever walk again. Like, she wasn't regaining the ability to walk. There was no massage or assistance that, like, her feet aren't even, if she was a folding chair or something, I'd just put her legs in the right position and she'd maintain that. But they kind of both wanted to be off to the side. So I called around until I found an at-home euthanasia service that could make it today. And yeah. And then this dog was like, if it was anyone, it was my daughter's. And she was able to call out work and get here like just a few minutes before they put her down. And that's it. So dog's head is on Hope's lap. First, they give her some sort of sedative, the same thing we get before surgery, maybe propofol. I don't know my drugs very well. And she sort of falls asleep on Hope's lap. And then they give her, is it Kyle? Do you know this drug? I feel like you would. What drug do they give dogs? The second one, sodium pentothal. Is that it, or is that for inmates?
I think that's for people.
That's truth serum. Yeah.
Well, I don't know my drugs that well, but
I don't know. They overdose them on anesthetic. Is my understanding. And they give them a big jolt of it, and it stops their heart cold. Basically, I still have no idea why they don't do that for prisoners. They go through that ridiculous series of chemicals that one by one shut down your body, and we don't even know what's going on in their brains if they're just laying there going ah. We feel better watching them die, but with dogs, it's like they give them that first shot
before they gave them the death serum, whatever that is. She would lift her ear and tickle the fur, like in her ear canal, and tickle the fur between the pads of her feet, because dogs respond to that like all the time. And once she was unresponsive, then they knew she was ready for the next stuff.
So, how old was she, Woody?
So she was 13. I've probably given different ages over the year, but today we really looked it up. She was 13, and she was a Great Dane. So they lived to be 7 or 8. And
it's a great dog.
Really past her life expectancy.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You said that's the oldest Great Dane you've ever had, and you've had a number.
We've had 3. So we have one now that's 11 or 12. We'd have to look into it, who's also past his expiration date. I even asked Jackie, I was like, should I call for 1 or 2? And she's like, 1.
Wow. Jeez.
So,
I have a 4-year-old golden retriever. And she's the greatest. She's the best. Like I often think to myself, if I ever need to make myself cry, I could just think of the day that this dog is going to pass. Because like just thinking about it destroys me. Like, it's like one of those things where obviously the dog, she's stupid and she's like crazy and she does bad stuff or whatever, she's a dog. But the fact of the matter is she's like a part of your family. She's a part of your heart. She's a part of like your soul at this point. So
dogs
the dogs are the best. The only thing that the only, I guess, solace I could take in the fact that, like, for example, if your dog passes or any other dog passes, is that they're in a better place. Like Kyle said, it's like much better to just get it over with, move on.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going anywhere.
I've had one good thing is I don't worry about it being too soon. I've had dogs where I'm like, man, was that the right call? I don't know. With Dakota, people remember him. It's like you could have made an argument, waited too long. We could have made an argument that he was still walking and stuff. This dog fell off a cliff last night. So,
yeah.
Anyway, enough about me.
Now you can tell dogs are better than cats because you never get these sorts of emotional reactions from people who have to like put their cat down. Like there's never like she was just part of the family. It's
Right?
like, no, she was a weird loner that if it was a kid, you would have cut off support.
Solved a problem today. No more cat in my
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Dogs rule. Cats are not great. I think
cats drool. Okay.
Cats drool. Yeah. Damn, it was right there. Right there for the rhyme. But yeah, every time someone tries to say their cat is cool, because there's a million people listening to the million of people who have said the statement I'm saying now, being like, "Huh, you don't know my cat," and it's like, what? It's like a standoffish, surly dog, because that's the best you can hope for. They're like, my cat is just like a dog. No, if I went to a friend's house and his dog was acting like your quote like hypersocial cat, I'd be like, "What's wrong with your dog? Are you fucking beating him? Like, why won't he make eye contact?
Yeah.
Why won't he come over for pets? Why is he like rubbing my leg scaredly? Like, no, I don't like."
I think some of those weird breed cats are a little better as far as that goes. I know Landmark's got that. I think it might be an Amazon or something. He's got that giant, ridiculous cat that's actually like a dog.
Is it like the Maine Coon? Those Maine Coon cats?
No, those are huge. Those are really huge too. But I think personality-wise, they're still very much like American house cat, or not American. I don't know why. Human house cat. But those Amazon cats are some sort of other breed. They're very long, lanky, super athletic. Like they can, obviously cats are athletic, but I've seen those Amazon cats jump flat-footed so high and do crazy acrobatics, and they seem to be very dog-like. Like they'll nuzzle you, and I see them walking them on leashes and playing fetch with them.
Oh shit! Really? Walk? Yeah. Okay, all right, cool.
That looks like a normal cat.
They have this one. I don't know what this is. That might be one of them. It doesn't strike me as one. They usually have. There you go. Yeah, you can't tell how big it is there, but it's a very big cat. I don't know.
We know what it is. I tried to Google it. His name is Saber. I learned that.
I don't remember the exact breed. I thought it was an Amazon, but I'm probably wrong about that, because that's not what it looks like to me. The Amazon cats look more like cheetah leopardy.
I could identify like 100 dog breeds, but cats are just house cats or not.
Yeah. You know, I was reading a thing that cats are the only animal that domesticated themselves.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
They just decided to like hang out with us, and we were like, chill. Like there was no like breaking them to the lash and like, now you are ours, change from what you once were. Like we turned the wolves into dogs. We didn't do anything to the cat. We were just like, you'll do. Come on, eat the rats and chill.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way they work, though.
It begs the question: which of us was domesticated? Right?
Exactly.
Did the cats train us to feed them?
That's what I mean. They're like, oh yeah, these guys give us food, and then they show up and get their food, and then leave for 3 days. So it's like,
yeah, and they give you no love, and that's why, like, how many countless eons of time of humans like selectively breeding dogs for different purposes, and every time being like, this is crazy, I can't believe it worked again, we got one that points at animals now. We're gonna call it a pointer. It's unreal. What are the possibilities with this wonderful creature? And then like there's like 6 cats, because every time some guy's like, maybe if we put this one with this one, it's like, it's still terrible. Still not helpful. This one sheds more while it's mad at you.
I was thinking about this the other day. Okay, so the thing that allows us to do that with dogs partially is because their generational time is so short. Like the time it takes to get a dog to sexual maturity, make a new litter of puppies, and combine the traits of 2 dogs that both have fluffy tails. So you get this litter of fluffy tails, that et cetera, until you get fluffy tailed dogs or whatever trait you're going for. Part of the reason that that's easy to do with dogs and pigs and a lot of other animals is that short sexual maturity to making new babies, and the size of the litters as well, I'm sure is part of the thing too. Like whales, elephants, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. It's like 2 years of gestation, I think. Like 2 years, and then like 5 or 8 years until that they're sexually mature for like males, and it's a whole fucking thing. But I was thinking, why can't we do something in the laboratory where I don't know how genetics work, but like we make a baby.
Mm-hmm.
We just
you don't know how that works, Kyle.
We make the baby. All right, we got the fetus. All right, we make some fetuses. Can we take the fetuses and then make the fetuses have babies? You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to let fetuses fuck. Don't imagine that.
I mean,
but
I don't
like,
normally kink shame. I'm listening.
Once we have the like what I'm trying to do is skip the part where the person has to become.
No, I get what
so
you're saying. Create the embryo or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after the embryo's made, then you go, we're just taking a little bit of genetics from this embryo and trying to speed up.
And I don't know how that works. Like I don't know how you get a sperm cell.
I don't feel like that would work. It doesn't seem to make sense.
But let's just say
maturity, right? We have to wait for it to mature a little bit.
Why though? Why can't we upload?
Because otherwise it wouldn't have like an accurate genome expression, right?
That's what I'm saying though. Why don't we take their genome and we upload it to a blank egg and a blank spermatozoid, and then we do that. And now we have the next generation, and we repeat the process until we, make superhumans or make people who can fly or people who can or until we got until we got the phenotypic expression of their genome as far as what traits we were going for, we wouldn't know we wouldn't be able to select for a trait because it hadn't been expressed yet. So we wouldn't be able to be like, hey, we want elephants with the biggest tusks, because we don't know if that elephant's going to have big tusks or not. So we're just like shooting in the dark. But we can figure it out, right? If we understood, we mapped the human genome, don't we know the part that makes hands bigger, for example, or like
I don't think we even know the whole gay thing yet.
Well, we know the gay thing, Taylor. You need to drop by the Discord. We sorted that out the other night.
Do I need to check it out? Did they figure it out?
Yeah, we got the bottom of it.
You guys figured it out. You scientists figured it out.
I knew the Discord.
Do our own research. We take it seriously.
Yeah.
These guys figured out gay. I don't know why they started.
It looks like an algebraic equation, but it's got a lot of slurs instead of algebraic letters. Yeah.
What's the result then? I want to hear what you figured out.
They're turning the frogs gay. I think that's where it started. When you've got all these hormones.
He was right about that.
Yeah, they accumulate in the system and they express themselves as homosexuality. You've never even heard of gay people until like 18 years ago or so. I don't know.
Right. Like maybe 5 years ago.
Nobody had ever been
Donald
gay
Trump
before.
told me that. He said when he was growing up, there wasn't a one.
That would be funny. Just saying.
I didn't know Donald Trump spoke directly to you either, Kyle. I didn't know.
We text. He's on Signal though.
Oh well, I know that. Yeah,
I'm aware of Signal about.
I'll add you. He don't mind.
The
gay gene. he's pretty lackadaisical about it.
Yeah, I've been texting JD Vance about.
Woody, how big of it?